you go. That's the intro of my show. I have these headphones too loud, so I gotta put them down, but they work great. They're wireless headphones. So anyway, here we are. We're broadcasting today. I am broadcasting to 7 or 8 or 9, I can't remember, locations. So there we go, locations for everything. So I've got like 6 YouTube channels and 3 Facebook, 2 pages, and then my personal page. So anyway, I'm live streaming to all of that stuff right now on my computer, and it all seems to be working really good. So I have a new system in place. We had a major breakdown with my laptop, and I had to go spend $600 on that. First be 60, and then 80, and then it ended up being 800 or 600. Yeah, they replaced everything in it basically, and now it works. And then I went ahead and bought myself an OWC hub, a new computer hub, and so that was it's a USB 4 computer hub. So that's exciting because it's brand new and it was still being made, and the USB 4 protocols are just coming out now. And the idea of it, of course, is to speed up everything. So my old hub is transferring data at 5 gigabytes. The new hub, USB 4, will be transferring around 50 or 60 gigabytes. Now my computer laptop has 3.2 USB plugins, and so it's putting out a 45 gigs. And so before I was dumping 45 gigs into a 20 gig or 5 gig device. I'm trying to pour gallons of water into a cup, and that's not going to work out. So so now I've got a gallon of water going into about a gallon and a half of water jug. So I've got room to play, and also this USB hub had a bunch of wonderful connections, 2.0. So I was able to put the keyboard and the mouse into the 2.0 slot. It has a 3.0, so I'm able to put the 3.0 hub that I had from the old days and hook that into the system. And so now the camera and everything on my desktop here is hooked into that hub, and so it's all working good. And then it had the 3.5 hubs and 3.3 hubs, USB hubs on it, and then it had the 4.0 hubs. And so anyways, which are Thunderbolt, the Apple Thunderbolt hubs, connections, USB connections. Anyway, so the square one is a USB A, and then it goes USB A, basically 1, 2, 3, up to 3.2. And then now they've jumped to USB 4, and that is the Thunderbolt connection that Apple pretty much came up with. So that's what they're doing now, and that's running at a much faster speed. So now anyway, the laptop is matched beautifully to the hub. It's got plenty of room to play. All the equipment is hooked into the appropriate 3.0s or the 2.0 slots, so they're all running good. I am simultaneously now doing this. I don't have a spare fan on the laptop right now, and before I used to have to put a fan on it to keep it cool. And this all seems to be working pretty good. And I'm looking at the health and stuff in the video. So what am I talking about today besides my equipment? Oh, and I also got I was buying my Scepter. I have these monitors. I needed 3 monitors total, and it was all mix and match from old ones that I had, and it just wasn't working out. So I got the Scepter, SCEPTRE, from the thrift store. So we have a Bits and Bytes thrift, the thrift store, and so I'm always looking in there for equipment, and people just put stuff out there and they just put prices on it, and they got a million of these laptop, screens, and so sometimes you get a pretty good deal on something decent. Anyway, I found a Scepter, a little one that I liked that fits on my desk here in my booth. So I went out on the internet and found a new one, still in the box, for the same price that the thrift store was selling it for. So I went ahead and got myself a new one, and so now I have matching screens. They're all Scepter, the external ones hooked to the Apple They all match. They all work good. And so I'm really happy. And I also got a 14 terabyte hard drive, which seems very expensive, but Amazon was having a 1-day half price off sale. So ended up, and then I used gift card numbers, and I used points, and I got it down to about $300 for an 18 terabyte hard drive. 3.0, it's not the big 4.0 or not a big 3.2, so it's only going to transfer data at 5 gigabytes, not the 45 gigabytes, but it has 18 terabytes, and it was $300. And I used to pay $100 a gig for storage, and when we started working with computers many, many years ago. So anyway, so that seemed like a heck of a deal, and I just couldn't pass it, so I got that too. Anyway, and that helped me consolidate all of my weird hard drives that I've had from old equipment in the past. Internal hard drives, external hard drives, book drives. I have all kinds of hard drives from all these different incarnations of equipment that so I've got all that data now onto my 18 terabyte hard drive. And I had about 9 or 10 terabytes or something, or 8 or something like that. Anyway, then I transferred all this data, deleted a bunch of stuff I didn't need, went through every hard drive and really analyzed what was in there and got rid of all the external, stuff that, extra apps. I don't need apps in every single hard drive from all the different apps that I ever saved in my day, So anyway, so I went through it all and saved all the good stuff, kept all the bad stuff, and made it all work. So anyway, I'm seeing some video disruption, so that's interesting on my thing. I'm trying to see how it's all streaming, and it seems to get disrupted once in a while, but everything still looks like it's in the red. All right, well, and then some more talk about today. So everybody, 50% of the people are getting their shots. Everybody should go get their shots. And then they all want to get their masks off, and they all want to rub up to each other, and they all want to breathe on each other and all that kind of stuff. So as you know, as you maybe have seen in the past, I have the O2 masks, and that's the little symbol for it. And it's a respirator, and it filters through and down to 2 microns, and you'll see the little red little stoppers in there. There you go, that little red stopper in there, and that's blocking my exit hair and forcing it through the filter. So I am going to continue using this mask for multiple years from now. Not only do I want to protect myself against the flu, because the common flu has gone down. I want to protect myself from colds. I want to protect myself from air pollution. I want to protect myself from people's colognes, which have neuron disrupting chemicals in it. I just want to protect myself. And I've understood for years and years and years that, there has been pollution, lots and lots of pollution. And so air pollution is a problem. Ozone is a problem. As you see, my green screens and lighting is not working very well today. I parked outside the space station today. I decided to whip it around, and we will be traveling to different places and planets as I get this green screen figured out. Anyway, and the lighting, it's such a small space. It seems like every little change I make makes a huge change in everything. And I used to have decent green screen, and now my lighting's all screwed up. So I'll have to deal with that, and I will deal with it, and we will get this